What's up, guys? Some gamer gremlin here with another Amberlynn video. And if you haven't heard, we now know why she needs so many washcloths. If you don't know, go check out Kinda Good, Kinda Beck. Her latest video responding to Amberlynn's public live stream. The lie stream, as it was. And, yeah. Don't let her near your washcloths. I'm going to leave it at that. But we're going to go ahead and get right into this. When she responds to Beck's video, I will kind of do a little mini react to Beck's video, I guess you could say. I don't want to react to the whole thing. I just kind of want to go through and so we can do the math and see exactly how much Amberlynn Reed is fucked. Because right now she's at 100%. But after Beck's response, and then we're going to see what she responds to that, yeah, we'll know exactly how fucked she is by the end of that. But enough of me rambling. Let us get into this. Today's video is opening up about some of my BPD symptoms in Amazon haul Sparkle vlog. I'm going to say my thoughts when we get to the BPD part. But let's get into this.
Hello, welcome to a new vlog. So today is
You're still almost 10 days behind, lady. You're 8 days behind it right now.
March 4th, and we're gonna start this vlog with an Amazon haul. So first things first, I got this really cool purse. So in the light,
That's a purse? Love Vuk. I'm going to move this kind of right here. Yeah, we're gonna have that right there for now, because we're going to Amazon real quick. All right, Love Vuk. It's a laptop bag. I bet it's gonna be one of these. Purse. All right, let's try purse. Yeah, but all of these are pretty expensive. All right, we're looking at about 30 to 40 bucks on that purse, but it looks more like a bag to me. Like that looks like a gift wrap bag thing to me.
actually changes color. So if like your phone has a flash on it, or like especially like
Color changing purse. Let's try that. Color changing. Let's see if we can find it there. I'm betting it's one of these, and that's $40. All right, we are at like 40 bucks. Nice. All right. Or maybe 30. Ah, snap. She actually went cheap. It's about 16 bucks.
like in the sunlight, etc, etc. I will post a picture here. It is genuinely so neat looking. So I haven't even opened it yet. I did like take all of these things out of like the Amazon packages just so it's easier. So it does come with a long strap, which I love. So this brand is Love Vuk, and I am telling you, literally there's purses of every size, backpacks of every size, there's wallets.
Stop with the literally.
So now I'm just going to see how long the strap is for our bigger bodies, because I'm sure some of you know that like depending on like what size you are, some purses just don't feel right. All right, let me move you guys down so you can see here.
I wouldn't. Oh my God.
It actually fits perfectly. Obviously, I have to take off the little tags and such. You can kind of see it actually just in my kitchen light. And then the next thing I got is my favorite mascara currently, which is the Surreal by Maybelline New York. The
Surreal by Maybelline New York. All right, so we're looking at about $10 for that. So 16 plus 10. I should probably actually have the whatchamacallit. All right, we're at 26.
Falsies in the Blackest Black. Oh, bless you.
Gross.
Also,
You
I need
could have edited that out, woman.
eyeliner, and this is the one that I always use. A lot of people ask. It's the e.l.f. Eyeliner Liquid Expert.
e.l.f. Eyeliner Liquid Expert. e.l.f. Eyeliner Liquid Liner. All right, so we'll say another $8 just to be on the safe side. We'll go 8. Or no, 7. We'll go 7. All right, so 33. She's not doing too bad on prices today.
In the color Jet Black. So I needed a bookmark because I don't have any. So I got this one. I thought it was so cute. It says, "Fuck off, I'm reading." And it's just this metal bookmark. There's a cutout heart.
All right, so that probably ran her about $10. Yeah, I'm gonna say $10 on that. All right, so plus 10. We're at 43 so far.
And then a little like dingly heart on it. Last but not least,
if she wants to get out of the house, she could have gone to Barnes & Noble and get bookmarks. Which, for me, since I get those Sakura Co boxes, they come with like this cardboard thing saying "Dear Sakura Co family" thing. I use those as bookmarks. Works just fine.
I needed a new makeup bag because I just get really bored and tired of the one that I use every single day. So this is what the inside looks like. I like this one because there's actually like sections in it, and I've been really wanting one like that. So super cute. I wanted the white one, but it was all sold out, which I know probably weird to hear me say because I wear black all the time, but the white one is also super adorable.
Okay, so makeup bag. Makeup bag. Let's see. Those run, I'm gonna say she probably spent like $20 on that thing. Yeah, I'm gonna say 20. So we're at 63. Okay, that is actually kind of cute.
So this is how hectic my makeup bag is right now. So I'm about to organize my new one. All right, so we have my makeup bag organized. Here we have all my like glitter stuff, eyelid, eyelash, eyebrow stuff. Besides my mascara is here. This is just like face stuff like blush, foundation, primer, etc. Here are all my eyeliners. And when it comes to the colorful eyeliners, I recommend NYX. NYX has the very best. Lipsticks are here. And then
none of this interests me, mainly because I don't wear makeup. But I guess to all you like girly girls out there, I guess this is interesting for you.
Here we just have like a random nail polish that I have, and then my diamonds and my diamond glue is down here. So now everything is more organized. You guys, it is so windy here in Oklahoma right now. Like, it's bad. And
we just got storm clouds coming in over down here in Texas.
Hope it doesn't mess with my power because I have my live stream today. So fingers are crossed that everything goes good. I want to talk more. It's our little BPD segment of my vlogs. So on top of doing EMDR therapy for it, I also am doing workbooks that was recommended to me. And in my last vlog, I talked about the 9...
Beach, we know you're not in therapy. Quit lying. You liar. Address the wash rags.
criterias that are part of the BPD diagnosis and how you have to meet at least 5 of them. So within...
Lady, you meet every single criteria for the fucking dark triad. So shut the fuck up.
The 9, each one has its own like clusters and multitudes of symptoms and traits and characteristics. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to give you guys an example / symptom or a thing that I deal with within each one of those things, because as you guys know, I suffer with all 9 out of the 9 listed in the criteria, which is very unfortunate. And it's
the dark triad in psychology: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. The term dark triad refers to a trio of negative personality traits: narcissism, Machiavellianism, I cannot pronounce that word to save my life, I am very sorry about that, and psychopathy, which shares some common malevolent features. The construct was coined by researchers Delroy L. Pathos and Kevin M. Williams in 2002. How to recognize a dark triad personality. What to do if you've gotten close to a narcissist, Machiavellian, or a psychopath. The 3 dark triad personality subtypes are narcissistic, Machiavellian, and psychopathic. People possessing dark triad personalities tend to have unstable relationships and take advantage of others. Is that sounding familiar? I hope it is. One who becomes involved with someone with a dark triad personality should find support from others to shore up and defend their sense of self. You go, Beck. You go. In 2002, psychologists Delroy Palhouse and Kevin M. Williams identified a trio of personality types that are commonly recognized as pathological, but which do not meet strict criteria for personality disorder or for Axis 1 pathology. Because this set of personality types includes psychopathy, Machiavellianism, and narcissism, it has become known as the dark triad. People with any of these distinct and unpleasant traits may not meet the criteria for narcissistic personality disorder or antisocial personality disorder, but that doesn't mean they can't do any harm. Here's how to identify people like this and what to do if you encounter them. If you've never met someone with a dark triad personality, consider yourself lucky. These traits are reasonably common in our culture, according to Thomas Plante, professor of psychology at Santa Clara University. In fact, contemporary American society may even reward or reinforce the self-serving behavior that the dark triad engenders. Dark triad types lack empathy and tendency to manipulate others usually causes their relationships to be one-sided and difficult. Research on the dark triad has associated the traits with significant problems in relationships and with a wide range of unpleasant interpersonal behavior. This means aggression, violence, coercion, and manipulation in the workplace. Kaufman et al. 2019. Or hedonism, one-night stands, and using people for sex. Jonason et al. 2008, Lee et al. 2013. It might best sum up the dark triad personality to say that it has even been associated with the 7 deadly sins. How dark triad personalities differ. To be more specific about dark triad personality expression, one must distinguish its 3 separate types from each other. First, narcissists, in the popular sense, correspond exactly to what you'd expect. They're vain, grandiose, entitled, and possess an unearned sense of superiority. By contrast, Machiavellianisms are predominantly manipulative and deceptive, and often seek self-gratification at the expense of others. Worst of all, psychopathic personality types, sometimes called sociopath or antisocial, are characterized by callous, remorseless impulsivity and a near total lack of empathy. All three of these personalities, according to Darlene Lancer on Psychology Today, tend to act aggressively out of self-interest and will violate social norms and moral values by lying, cheating, stealing, and bullying their way to get what they want. It sounds very familiar. I hope you realize how familiar this sounds. This is why I'm going over this right now. The three dark triad subtypes also differ in ways that psychological research has isolated. According to Palhouse and Williams, the only big five personality... Hey! Stop it! Stop it! The boys needed some parenting on them. According to Palthus and Humans 2002, the only big five personality factor common among all three subtypes was the lack of agreeableness. A distinct disagreeableness, one might politely say. Subclinical psychopaths stand out from other two types by being the least neurotic, that is, least prone to feelings of worry or guilt. This makes a certain amount of sense in that the brains of sociopaths have been found to show fewer connections between the neurological regions from which anxiety is derived. According to researchers at the University of Wisconsin at Madison, psychopaths as well as Machiavellians display low conscientiousness. That is, they do not appear to feel any desire to do the right thing, and narcissists generally showed the expected tendency towards self-enhancement. Might as well finish the thing. But yeah, it's in Psychology Today is where I found this article. What to do if you're in a relationship with a dark triad personality. So what should you do if you find yourself in a relationship with a dark triad personality? Get away. According to psychotherapist and author Paul Hochmeyer, PhD, you may initially believe you are making the acquaintance of a charismatic, glamorous new friend, but people with dark triad personalities can't sustain this positive charade for long, according to Hochmeyer. You may notice that your new acquaintance often talks about being victimized by others. And we shall repeat that. You may notice that your new acquaintance may often talk about being victimized by others. I do not know why those two words didn't want to work for me. You might also notice alarming inconsistencies in the stories they tell, or you may start to feel as though you serve their chronic need for validation. If and when you end up getting close to someone like this, be sure to maintain alternative sources of support in your life, such as other close friends, family members, or a trusted therapist. In my personal opinion, I believe this is everything that Amberlynn denied Beck. Don't allow yourself to be isolated. Ultimately, as Hochmeyer says, people with dark triad personalities are not likely to change much as they age, so you may have to bring an unambiguous end to the relationship. If you need to discontinue a relationship like this, seek support from people who do not manipulate or control you so that you can preserve and defend your sense of self. Did we learn something today? I hope we did. And yeah. Back to the reaction.
It's hard to handle. So for each one, I do have a multitude of symptoms, and I'm not going to sit here and name off every single one. Like, that is so much information, and also it's a lot of things that I'm embarrassed about. It's a lot of things that I am ashamed about. I'm not ashamed of the BPD diagnosis, but I am ashamed of some of the things that I do and have done. So number one is frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment. So something I do with that, when I'm in a long distance relationship and I'm having an argument with my partner and they like hang up on me or they're ignoring my calls, I will literally frantically call them at least like 30 times in hopes that they will answer me. The best way I can describe it is like it's this fire burning like urgency that I literally cannot control. Like I get super anxious and I'm scared. I feel like they hate me. They're never going to talk to me again. So I just frantically call, text,
She's
and
victimizing
I
herself
genuinely look insane
again.
when I do it. So number 2 is a pattern of unstable and intense interpersonal relationships characterized by alternating between extremes of idealization and devaluation. So this is something that you guys have actually noticed that I do, is I will be in a relationship with someone and I'll come on here and I'll be like, they're so perfect. I have never loved someone as much as I love this person. Like this is the best relationship I've ever been in. That's me idolizing them. But if they do one small thing that makes me question if they love me, or makes me question their loyalty to me, or if I can trust them, or whatever it may be, instantly those feelings go away. And I think, oh my God, like they hate me. So I really truly hate them in this moment. Everything is bad. And like all of the good just like completely vanishes. So that is what people call the black and white thinking. Number 3 is identity disturbance, which is markedly and persistently unstable self-image or sense of self. So something that you guys have actually noticed is I adopt people's personalities or behaviors or the way they speak, and it's something like I genuinely cannot control. Number 4, impulsivity in at least 2 areas that are potentially self-damaging. For example, spending, sex, substance abuse.
She fits the dark triad way better than BPD. You can't change my mind on this. I'm dead set that she fits dark triad way better than this.
Reckless driving, binge eating, etc. So I actually never realized that the way that
I'm not a psychologist.
Eat and my eating issues could be due to having BPD, but it turns out it very well could be.
I think I just won my taxes.
Oh yeah?
I just switched from TurboTax to H&R Block. It was so easy.
Trigger
Number
warning.
5 is reoccurrent suicidal behavior, gestures or threats, or self-mutilating behavior. So sometimes when I'm having like an actual full-fledged
She's too vain to actually kill herself.
meltdown, I threaten suicide. I have suicidal ideation. I do want to make it very clear, I will never do something to harm myself. But in that moment, during that meltdown, more than anything else in the world, because of the pain that I feel, because when you do a BPD, like the pain that you feel is literally overbearing.
Lady, when you're sitting on the floor of your apartment, crying your eyes out, tempted to down an entire box of sleeping pills and follow it with all of the vodka in your house, then come talk to me about suicidal thoughts, please.
But because of that pain, I genuinely do not want to be alive anymore in that moment. I have actually embarrassingly documented a moment of me having that before. It was during like 100 days of uploading. I think it was in like 2019 or 2020, a video of me expressing that I felt suicidal. I didn't say those words completely, but it was how I was feeling in the moment. You guys couldn't see that in the video, but I was hurting. I was hurting really bad. And a lot of people was calling me a liar, and in return, it was actually just making me feel worse. Like this is
You are a liar. That's the thing. You have no credibility.
Hard for me to open up about, like extremely hard, and it's things that like I've always suffered with in private. I remember one of the first times I actually expressed out loud my suicidal ideation. I was 15 years old and I actually was sent to a mental hospital. But again, I would never in a million years do anything to hurt myself. It's just in those moments, like during a meltdown, you hurt so bad that just seems like the best option.
I don't think she would have been sent to a mental hospital for expressing suicidal stuff, because I remember when I was in 8th grade, I believe, I wrote a paper about why suicide shouldn't be illegal, like why it should be legalized. And I got sent to the counselor's office. Just saying.
So it's a fleeting thought, and I don't want anyone to worry about me, please. Like this is just another one of those symptoms that I suffer with. So number 6 is affective instability due to a marked reactivity of mood. So for example, intense episodic dysphoria, irritability, or anxiety usually lasting a few hours and only rarely more than a few days. So this is very much like my mood swings, where something so small could happen, but I feel so strongly about it. So a good example of that would be if I send a long, sweet message to my partner saying like, I love you, I've been thinking about you, I miss you, like I can't wait to talk to you again, just whatever it may be, and like all they send back in response is love you too, that triggers something inside of me so hardcore where I feel uncared for, I feel unloved, I feel unappreciated, and it absolutely like sends me into this like abandonment feeling. And
we gotta bring it up. Where was it? That is the wrong one. I know it was. Chronic need for validation. That is exactly what she is describing here. She needs validated by the people around her.
spiral. It leaves me anxious and worried, and sometimes it sends me into a meltdown, and sometimes like I'm genuinely just like frantically journaling about it. Number 7 is chronic feelings of emptiness. So that's pretty explanatory. Sometimes like I feel so lonely that I genuinely feel like I'm the last person on earth. So as I'm editing this, I'm realizing that I was way too vague with that answer. But for me, when I have chronic loneliness, which is quite frequently, it is heavy, it is painful, it sends me down major depressive episodes. Like I can be in a room with 10 people and feel lonely. I can be in my room by myself and feel lonely. I could be hugging someone I love and feel lonely. It doesn't matter. Sometimes the loneliness like genuinely makes me feel like I am not loved by a single person on this planet, and I am not cared for by a single person on this planet. And it sends me down like a pretty bad depressive episode for sure. Number 8 is,
I think what makes people dislike you so much, Amberlyn, is the fact that you show all of the traits of the dark triad. And once people start realizing it, that's when they go, oh, fuck this bitch.
inappropriate, intense anger,
Because you ain't no Ted Bundy.
or difficulty controlling anger. So for example, frequent displays of temper, constant anger, or reoccurrent physical fights. So for me, I'm not like a physically abusive person, but I have done
Casey would like to beg to differ.
some yelling. I'm not gonna lie about that. If I feel uncared for or like not seen or unheard, which is actually a BPD symptom, sometimes it genuinely can lead to like loud yelling with like hysterical crying. So the last one, which is number 9.
That's not always going to be a BPD thing, because I know I don't have BPD. I've never been to a therapist, so I could not confirm that, like, with a therapist saying, no, she doesn't have BPD. But I'm fairly certain I don't have it, considering I'm a functioning adult in society. I mean, I pay my bills, I do what I need to get my shit. And she brings up the whole getting loud and all that kind of stuff. I do that sometimes when I get into an argument, because that comes from when I was younger and it would feel like nobody was listening to me. So I would yell to get people to listen to me. And I still do that sometimes. I'm much better about it now, but there are times where I feel like someone is not listening to me, and I get louder to try and get them to listen to me. And I know I should not be doing that, but it does happen from time to time. I have been on a phone call with someone who is notorious for not actually listening to what I say, and I have straight up screamed at him, "Shut the fuck up and let me finish my thought." Because he wasn't listening to me. So that if she does stuff like that, I think it probably comes more from a similar thing to me, because she has said that she was in foster care. That has been proven she was in foster care, and I would not be surprised if she had those same types of experiences where you feel like people aren't listening to you, so you get louder. I don't think that is necessarily a BPD thing, because I do not think that she has BPD. I will stand on this hill. I do not think she has it. I think she fits more into the dark triad than anything else. And the dark triad includes psychopathy, Machiavellianism, and narcissism.
Which is transient stress-related paranoid ideation or severe dissociative symptoms. So sometimes I feel completely detached, like from myself and from my memories. So that's why sometimes I can share something from like my childhood that genuinely hurt me, and I could seem like unbothered, or I could like nervously laugh about it, while other times I can share the exact same story and cry about it. So those are just some examples of like the multitude, and I'm telling you, a multitude of things that I deal with that I didn't share. So those are just like a few that I wanted to just like give you guys a little.
And nobody's gonna believe you on this, because you're packing your vlog with this, and you kept saying, oh, I'm gonna keep my therapy sacred to my heart. Well, I would consider this keeping it to your heart, especially since nobody with BPD believes you have BPD, but you fit all of the criteria for someone with a dark triad personality. And you know who else fits those criteria? Serial killers.
Look into, because I'm telling you, this is a lot of information for me to absorb and for me to share. I'm a bit overwhelmed, and I don't want to overwhelm anyone else. And I feel better sharing this part of me because all of these issues that I've had for so long, I've been like, what is wrong with me? What is happening? Finally, there was a name to it and I was ashamed. I was ashamed. And that's why I didn't tell you guys when I was first diagnosed, because I was like, what, are you joking me? And slowly I've realized there's nothing to be ashamed about. Like, yeah, I'm ashamed of some
And
things I've done in
nobody
the past,
believes
of course,
you.
and some things that I currently do. But like, I cannot show you guys that I'm improving unless I show you guys certain things that I have done and certain things that I do, you know, a year or two down the line, be like, you guys, remember when I told you I did A, B, and C? I haven't done A, B, and C in 6 months. So I know as I do more of this workbook, there's going to be a lot more.
You keep saying you've changed, you've changed, you've changed. I've seen no change in you from the Beck era. Because that's when I started, like, falling down this rabbit hole through Zachary Michael and Michael B. Petty. It was during the Beck era, and I have seen no change in you other than the fact that you are more boring. And throughout the entire Beck era, I never, like I realized, yeah, there were things that she probably could have she can probably take accountability for, but at the same time, I pitied her because she was with you. And if any of your ex-girlfriends want to come out and talk about their experience with you, I really do hope it's Jade, because she is the one that she did the whole don't fucking talk to me ever again after she dropped you off in Oklahoma. And it is that girl in me that is just so curious about what the fuck happened to make her dump you so thoroughly.
Topics of like more symptoms and more things like that. So I will share more of that when we get to those chapters. And I just want to say thank you guys for listening to me and for giving me a platform to share my story of having borderline personality disorder, because so many people do struggle.
Lady, you haven't even hit 300 likes and you're at over 1,000 dislikes.
Hello. So the last time you guys saw me, it was actually on the 4th, and today is the 6th. So after the last clip that you guys saw, I had my live stream, my members only live stream, and it was very emotional. I actually had to take about a 6-minute break because I was getting so anxious. Like, I was crying. I was actually about to hyperventilate. Like, I was getting the full body tremors, which is something that happens when I am overly anxious and my adrenaline is like really high. It was genuinely pretty scary, actually. It was a much needed stream, and that's why I'm pretty sure today I am going live publicly. But before I get into that, someone mentioned in my live stream that they don't like when I put clips from the members live stream and my vlogs because it's meant for them, and so I want to listen to their wants and needs, and they're correct. It's weird to use my right hand because I'm left-handed. I don't know why I switched that. But so I will no longer be putting clips from my members live streams in my videos. So if you guys just want to be a part of those, definitely join. From how I'm feeling today, and especially like the last couple of days, I think I'm going to start being more open for sure with just everything in my life. Today is supposed to be Thursday Weight Watchers weigh-in, but I have been so separated and detached from just life that I actually have not even...
She's already quit Weight Watchers. It's supposed to be a weigh-in today, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah, you've already quit Weight Watchers.
I've been tracking on Weight Watchers. I know I should be, but I just haven't been.
When we get the vlog with tomorrow in it, she's going to be like, yeah, I already quit. Yeah, she's here, and we're here today. She's still a week behind.
Doesn't mean I'm giving up or anything like that, so don't worry. I don't know, I've just been really out of it, actually. Sorry, the lighting in here is actually pretty dark because just last night, my light bulb went out, and I already contacted maintenance because when these lights go out, they don't want you to change them. They want you to contact them so they can do it for you, which is pretty cool, I would say. So anyways, yes.
Yeah, because you're in a disability accessible one. They don't want the people with disabilities hurting themselves.
I am going live publicly tonight, and I am extremely nervous about it because I know it's gonna be so many people at one time, like, coming at me. Not saying like everyone is gonna be coming at me in a negative way, but whether it's negative, positive, whatever it may be, it's just gonna be a lot at once, and I am nervous for that, but I think I'm gonna be able to handle it. I just really want to talk about things that I've never allowed myself to talk about, and that's what I mean when I say, like, I'm breaking my silence. Will I regret this?
Yeah, you mentioned bed bugs, but you didn't mention the fact that, oh, you used washcloths to wipe your dirty asshole when you can get dude wipes from fucking Sam's Club for like $20.
I don't know. Do I need to do it for my own peace of mind? Yes. Hello. So today is March 7th. I did not vlog anything else yesterday because I did a 3-hour live stream. It was a 3-hour live stream that was pretty intense, but I don't really want to talk about it in my vlog right now. I kind of just want to like have a good day. My mom called me last night and she was like, do you want to go to bingo? So I'm gonna go to bingo with her and obviously her fiance and also a friend of hers. So I'm excited for that. So if anyone's curious, the perfume that I'm wearing today, which I like have no more, I want to buy a full size of this because honestly, I love it so much. It's called Another 13. I literally love it, but I'm going to be getting rid of this perfume right here. This is actually a Shakira perfume and I genuinely dislike it so much. And I low-key am not really a fan of Your Turn by Billie Eilish. I'm also not a fan of Eilish 3, but I am going to keep these just because I like how they look. I think they're cute. But this, the bottle's ugly, the smell's ugly. I think I'm done buying perfume without smelling it first. All right, you guys, so I have been back from the good old bingo for a few hours now. I did not win. My stepdad did. I'm telling you, he has like the most luck at bingo. But that clip you guys just saw of me throwing away a bingo sheet was all of us trying to win $1,000, and we didn't, but someone else did. And I always believe that like when someone else wins, like especially like,
so that's why it was like such an angry fold and throw away. It's because she lost
a really big chunk of money like that, then they are the ones. They are the chosen ones. Like the universe is like, they need this, they deserve this. All right, you guys, so I haven't given you an update in a few days on my...
She didn't even finish her didn't even bother trying to finish the sentence. Just went, oh yeah, the camera died in the middle of my sentence. Yeah.
I am on step 285 out of 584, and this is how it is looking so far. It is massive. I was not...
Lady, you don't do anything. This thing should be done by now.
Expecting it to be so huge, but yeah, it's like literally gigantic. So I have 2 chairs in here and we're doing some outside exterior. All right, you guys, so I just edited this video, so I did not have an outro, so I'm here to say goodbye. Hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in the next one.
Taxes is paying the price.
Well, she didn't say anything about the live stream. So, hey, my video's up next with its 5 views. 5 hours, 10,000 views, over 1,000 dislikes. Yeah, people are not happy with her. Let's get into the comment section. I love this section. Girl, I'm on the edge of my sink. What are the odds she's frantically edited the washcloths out of this Amazon haul? Blaming your behaviors on a mental illness is not accountability, and BPD doesn't explain you destroying a family heirloom. A purse that changes in the sunlight is perfect for a person who is housebound. BPD isn't your entire personality. Stop using it as a pass for being unbearable. Oh my god. Here faster than Amberlynn putting her used washcloths on the counter. I would never do something to harm myself. Eating yourself to over 500 pounds is self-harm. Reminder that she wasn't diagnosed but was told she met the criteria and should see a specialist to be diagnosed. She is so proud of this BPD thing. It's so weird. Like, not that anyone should be ashamed of it, but she seems like she's full on excited about it. Amber claims to not want to talk about therapy as that is personal. Also, Amber talks to the camera about all of her BPD symptoms as if it's a fucking therapist. Amber, I know you probably don't know this since you never interact with anyone outside of your mother, but these are things everyone goes through. You're not special. Just quit, YouTube girl. There's no way you can come back from this, no matter how much you lie about Beck and their partner going forward. I used to support you because I gave you the benefit of the doubt at times. After how you downplayed what Beck did for you and how ungrateful you are, opened my eyes to how you really are. You are a mean girl. No need for liking the movie. You made it. Hello, you're a narcissist. Goodbye. Stop with the BPD! She used an unalive woman's towels on her bum. She threw them away too. So insensitive and disrespectful. Whether she's got BPD or not, she's really hurting the BPD community with the way she's been presenting herself. That sink did not sign up to be wipey. We've been over and over this, Big Al. You have NPD, not BPD. Have you ever considered your septums might all just be attention Oh, okay, I get it. Might all just be attention-seeking behavior and not BPD. Stop abusing and controlling your partners. You kept Beck from spending time with her dying mother. Any future partner needs to watch this first. Did you order more washcloths? If you acknowledge these issues, you can fix them. It's not okay to keep using BPD as an excuse for your behaviors. Her lack of subject-verb agreement drives me crazy. These books was recommended to me. It is were, Amber. They were recommended. She does this with books is good for the brain. Mental things is scary. You are in your 30s. 100% will have toilet paper on the next grocery haul. We love it. All right, we're just gonna plop this in there. Copy. Verify. Comment. All right, so we are done with this for today. Oh wow, 40 minutes. And part of that was actually me just reading an article to you. How lovely is that? We learned things today. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out my books on Amazon. I will have the link in the description. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. And definitely go check out Beck's new video on Kinda Good, Kinda Beck. I will leave a link to that there. I will also leave a link to this article in the description as well for you guys, so you guys can read through it yourself. And drink some water, love on your fur babies, and have a wonderful day. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.